his home mound.
Well, I'll say this. Every player wants to perform well at their home ballpark, in front of their fans, in front of the city. And you know this guy no different. He wants to be more effective here. So, you look at the numbers. They haven't been great at home. I'm sure he wants to turn that around, and we'll see if he's able to start that in this one.
Ready to go? And now the DH, Christian Yelich. Fought off foul. Fastball for a strike. 0-2. And a swing and a miss. And there's one down. Sal Frelick up now for the Brewers. Swings through that one out in front that time. The pitch. Swing and a high fly ball out there towards left field. Pat makes the catch. That's out number 2. Let's take a look at the Brewers lineup. A really frustrating showing for them in their last game. Lots of traffic on the bases, but they left a ton of runners on base. Couldn't cash in their chances, Chris.
They had plenty of chances. There's nobody to blame it on but themselves offensively. They just did a poor job converting in those situations. You have to figure out what's your plan going to be. Maybe watch some tape from the last game. Make the adjustments. So if you get those opportunities in this one, you've got a much better chance of scoring some runs.
William Contreras stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball. 2 outs, base is empty. Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. Catcher tosses the mask, settles under it, makes the catch, inning over. 3 up, 3 down for Milwaukee, and now it'll be the Cubs' turn in a scoreless ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. Back here at Wrigley Field, and on the hill in this one, Freddie Peralta. Chris, it's a little more common these days, but still, he's a strikeout per inning type of guy.
Well, I hear you about the strikeouts. A lot more guys striking out today, but when you consider having the ability to get that strikeout, particularly when you need it, a man on third, less than 2 outs, situations where, yeah, maybe you're not a real high strikeout guy, but just knowing you have the swing and miss stump in a big spot, I think it's real critical that he's got it.
Right side. He won't get there. That should be extra bases. Not stopping. He's going for 3. And he's got a leadoff triple.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
Ian Happ up to hit. And fouled off.
Well, the best way to shake off yesterday's struggles is to get on the board early. They've got a guy in scoring position. They've got to find a way here to get him in.
Runner at third here. Nobody out. And that one fouled off. The pitch. Center field. Drops into the glove. Here comes the runner from third. He'll score on the sac fly, and it's 1-0.
There you go. Nice little RBI there. It's a great at bat. Got the job done.
And up next for Chicago, Seiya Suzuki.
Here's a hitter who's been strong in the clutch lately. More than an RBI per game over his last 10.
Swing and a miss as he was out front.
Well, here's a fun fact for you, Boog. Suzuki is the first Japanese-born player to homer in 3 consecutive plate appearances in the majors. Feel free to use that note in your next Cubs broadcast, buddy.
Hit in the air, right field. Moving under it. Pulls it down, and there's 2 gone. Time now for the Chicago Cubs lineup. These guys can really pile up the runs, Chris. They're among the top teams in scoring this year.
Yeah, and when you can get a lead and be out in front, it really changes what that opposing manager can do with his bullpen. And on top of that, it helps your own pitching staff. It gives them more margin for errors. So instead of guys squeezing the ball, trying to throw darts and be perfect, they can relax, let the ball come out of their hands and pitch effectively. So that offense and the ability to score runs also helps the pitching and the defense.
And there's a rocket into the outfield. Around first and hustling for second. And he'll pull into second safely.
Put a pretty good jolt into that one. Great swing, nice balance and weight transfer. And he got it to drop in out there in the deep part of the field.
Here's the center fielder, Kevin Alcantara. Up the middle, and he knocks it down. And that'll put runners at the corners with 2 away.
That is good. That's good.
Dansby Swanson is going to get a chance to hit.
Really strong hitting performance recently. 10 hits in his last 5 games.
Yeah, he swings and misses, and it's 0-1.
It's great to get on the board in the first frame of the ball game, but here's an opportunity for them to really open things up with a couple of runners on. Let's see if they can cash in.
Swing and a miss, and he got him to chase.
Oh, no fair right there. I mean, that slider didn't move to the very last moment. Really difficult to pick that up. Just going to have to tip your cap on that pick.
Hard ground ball, base knock. Runner from third comes across, and they lead by 2.
Picks himself out an RBI. Pretty tough for the infielder to do anything with that one. He pulled it hard into the outfield, and even when you keep it on the ground, it feels great when you hit a missile like that.
Christopher Morel, the next Cub to hit. And a swing and a miss.
No ball. 1 strike.
First and second, 2 down. Here in game 1 of this 3-game set. Bounce to the left side, and that chance handled. Tosses to first, inning over, and it could have been worse. So it's 2 runs on 4 hits. No errors, and a couple left on. Second inning coming up here at Wrigley. It's the Cubs 2 and the Brewers nothing. On the north side of Chicago, John Sciambi and Chris Singleton. Top of the second, stepping in, the slugging shortstop, Willy Adames. Adames batting in the cleanup spot, and his last 10 games stand out. He's homered in 4 of them. Assad back to work. And that one is lifted in the air. It falls in, and that's a hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
That is it. The right fielder, number 9, J.J. Bauer.
Now here's Jake Bauers. Swinging a foul over the screen and back out of play. The Brewers trailing by 2 here at the top of the second.
Pretty good pitch there to take a rip at. He wants to get his arms extended. He likes the ball away from him a little bit. Just not able to square it up.
Caught him looking for the K.
Well, he went up there trying to be aggressive, that's for sure. Hacking at those first two pitches, but clearly that last one fooled him. He could have been sitting on something else entirely, but you want to be able to adjust on 0-2 and at least get a swing off when it's in the zone. Maybe choke up, maybe spread out your stance a little bit. You got to give the guy credit on the mound, though. He went right after it.
And it's Rhys Hoskins up to the dish. Now a high fly ball out to left center. Alcantara calls it in, 2 away.
Batting seventh, the center fielder, number 5, Garrett.
Digging in, it's the speedy outfielder, Garrett Mitchell. He's going to finish with a new career high in stolen bases, Chris. That's in there. 0-1. And a foul ball. Two outs. On the ground. And it goes just foul. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Milwaukee leaves one. They trail it here 2-0. We head to the bottom of the second. Here's Yan Gomes.
The catcher, Yan Gomes.
The wind of the pitch. Swing and a fly ball in the air out towards right center field. And Gomes is retired. And there's one away.
The first baseman, Matt Mervis.
And next for the Cubs, Matt Mervis. Liner snagged at first.
Yikes, that ball was scorched. An absolute missile. It almost becomes self-defense as the fielder. When one of those things comes screaming towards you, watch your lips.
Back to the top of the lineup. Now here is Nick Madrigal. Out to short. Sends it across the first, and they go down fast. 3 outs on 3 pitches. Cubs are down quietly, but they're on top 2-0. Here at Wrigley Field, on to the 3rd inning. Here's the 3rd baseman, Andrew Monasterio. And the pitch. And that one fouled off. Right through there for a strike. Runner at first. Now the 3rd baseman, Christopher Morel. You talk about the power and the speed together.
Well, we knew he was going to be a stud just coming up, making his way through the minor leagues.
Oh, this one high and deep, way back there. Into the corner, but foul.
Typically, the outfield defense will play a little bit deeper just to keep the ball in front, make sure that runner on first doesn't come all the way around to score and tie this ball game up.
Swing and a miss. 0-2 now. Tying run at first, the winning run at the plate.
Well, pretty clear to me, he's trying to go deep right there, but you got to get a pitch that you can handle.
The Cubs down to their final strike. Got him! And that is the ball game.
It's always nice to grab the opener of a series. You come into a new ballpark, and just sometimes things aren't as comfortable as what you've been used to. The mound doesn't look straight. The background isn't what you like, but they didn't let any of those things distract them. In fact, they looked like they were playing a home game. Excellent job to set the tone for this series.
Close one here today, and your final 5-4. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long.
The final line score for our ball game tonight.
I gave myself all shaving. Yes, it's probably a razor thing, but honestly, it's harmless. I refuse to let the sensitive skin win a blessing. To meet someone like you, with eyes dead as mine is fine. It's not my people things, just to lie here in silence. So we lie here in silence. Yes, we lie here in silence. This is normal people things, just to lie here in silence.
pick it up, pick it up. I don't want hard, ain't did enough. Got new, ain't thick enough. New whip, got flick it up, flick it up, flick it up. Little sick, ain't sick enough. Got new, ain't thick enough. Till I drop down, then pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. They came way up now. Got 6 like touchdown. Get hit like diamonds, bust down. I bust down, I bust down. Caught stealing my stuff now. I can see me and a lot of these start feel like us now, wait. So focus, head on straight. No new friend, dead on way. On Ray Charles, treat it like baseball. Knock it out the park, then slid on safe. Knock it out park, then slid on home. Reason no fight, can't do no wrong. These gossip, I just want private, came from bottom. I just want lobster, need my mama up in the bins, no stress, no problem. No comment, they ain't really did half it. The rap out, you ain't never caught no. You ain't never sold no. You ain't never wait. If I really said everything they did, I be ancient. You came from the basement, glowed up. Got capes on, hold up, stop saving. They don't wanna be saved. Coming up as a kid, I was trying to be Jay, I was trying to be Ye, I was trying to be Wayne. Now kids say they're trying to be Reason. Feel good, still can't believe it's one of my shows. I figured up. I don't want hard, ain't did enough. Got new, ain't thick enough. New whip, got flick it up, flick it up, flick it up. Little sick, ain't sick enough. Got new, ain't thick enough. Till I drop down, then pick it up, pick it up, pick it up.
Solo, what? Your jaw just dropped, my pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. I got at least infinity flows, abstract, absol, infinity stone, in game for my enemy, y'all. Pin game, incredible hawk, big fangs, incredible bark, big dog on TOP, RAP, GOD. Wait, this is easy as winning the spelling, be spelling the letter B, A, HIP, HOP, me, man. Amazing grace, you made your bed and I made my plate. Did you thanking Benjamin Franklin, face to face, to face to face, face to fact. For his stages, all of my wages minimum. Then I dropped the track that made him feel me like a cinema. How about that? Now I'm just killing them. Break so low, can't dig it up. Where your casket at? Look at my so fat, can't pick it up. Pick it up, pick it up, pick up the pace. Maker, your heart ain't strong enough, brain ain't smart enough, ain't hard enough, dollars ain't long enough. Promise I'm dropping the gym, you should
pick it up. I don't want hard, ain't did enough. Got new, ain't thick enough. New whip, got flick it up, flick it up, flick it up. Little sick, ain't sick enough. Got new, ain't thick enough. Till I drop down, then pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. I don't want hard, ain't did enough. Got new, ain't thick enough. New whip, got flick it up, flick it up, flick it up. Flow sick, ain't sick enough. Got new, ain't thick enough. Till I drop down, then pick it up.
And now, it's the Minstrel Show update with your correspondent, Jennifer.
This season underway, as are we. Back with more in a minute. And welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. Opening day baseball on the show. It's the Philadelphia Phillies and the Chicago Cubs. John Sciambi alongside Chris Singleton. So the Chicago Cubs find themselves as underdogs as the curtain rises on the season. Singy, what do you say in the clubhouse when a lot of folks are writing you off before the first pitch is even thrown?
You say forget all that, Boog. Block out the noise because the season is decided on the field, okay? So there's still talent on this roster, and if one or two players have big years, they could be right in the thick of the race. That's a good point, Chris. Seems like every year we see at least one team unexpectedly make a run, and maybe this season they could be that team. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Just about set. And today's starting pitcher, Caleb Killian. What do we have on him? There's always a bit of a learning curve for rookie pitchers. You've got to get familiar with these big league hitters, and it's more of a chess match. But I think this kid's got good stuff and the potential to be great. And the batter now, Trey Turner. The wind of the pitch. That one finds the zone, and a new season is officially underway.
Line drive, and that should be extra bases. Makes the turn and heads for second. And he pulls in with a double for his first hit of the year.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
Brandon Marsh steps to the plate. Swing and a miss as he was late.
0-1's the count.
The 0-1. Swings over the top of that one.
No ball, 2 strikes.
And he grounds one to the right side. Corner. 1 out in the top of the first. And time now for the Phillies lineup. Chris, this is a lineup offensively that could be really good for years to come.
Well, there's a lot of young talent in this lineup. I think as they gel together, gain some maturity over the course of this season, they could be playing October baseball.
On the north side of Chicago, John Sciambi and Chris Singleton. Bryce Harper to the plate. That one fouled off.
Here's someone, historically speaking, that prefers day games over night games, so I'm excited to see what he does in this one.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Oh, this guy is so comfortable hitting with 2 strikes, even a good pitch early in the at-bat. If he's not ready to pull the trigger, he's not worried if he gets to an 0-2 count.
One away with a runner at third here on opening day. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Certainly a strikeout situation right there. The infield playing back, and this pitcher has to step up and get the swing and miss. Really nice job of attacking the hitter at the plate. Pretty big 2-out at bat coming up now.
Kyle Schwarber comes up to hit here. Edge in the zone for a strike, and it's 0-1. Turner on third with 2 out. The pitch. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. 2 outs. Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. That completes the strikeout inning over. Phillies strand 1. Now the Cubbies will get their first crack. No score. It's Major League Baseball on the show. And we're back. And today's starter, Aaron Nola. What should we keep an eye on here?
Well, this guy had a bunch of wins last year. I'll tell you what, as a position player, when you've got a pitcher that's going to go out there, take the ball, and put you in a position to win, for whatever reasons, you're relaxed, you enjoy playing behind him, but you also are able to score for a guy like that. And that's who he was for his team last year, and I'm sure they're hoping they get more of the same this season.
High fly ball near the pole. That one is foul.
Well, I don't think anyone was surprised to see Nola have success in the majors. He was a star in college, playing for LSU, becoming a finalist for the 2014 Golden Spikes Award as one of the top amateur baseball players in the country.
Zips it across. One gone, bottom half of the first. Here's a look at the Cubs lineup. The Sluggers hitters in this lineup might not be too happy about the fact that the wind is blowing in today, Chris.
Yeah, and you hear pitchers talk about how good it feels when the wind is at their back. And for hitters, you almost feel like beyond just the pitcher coming at you, you've got this other force coming against you. So important to try to get on top of the ball in terms of hitting line drives, so maybe really hard ground balls with a good exit velocity that'll get you a base hit, because it's very frustrating. You just hit one on the screws, think it's going to go out of the ballpark, and a guy is camped underneath it in front of the warning track.
And a base hit, and that keeps the inning alive.
Oh, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and lifted into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Now at the plate, Patrick Wisdom. Swing and a hard hit liner up the middle to base hit. So that's 2 straight 2-out hits.
All over that one right there. Just a very nice approach and swing right there to use the big part of the field. Everything was on time. He stayed balanced through the entire swing and just launched that one into center.
Here's Cody Bellinger. Bellinger hammers one deep to right. And that one's gone into the bleachers. That should put a jolt into this home crowd. His first homer of the year, and they take the lead. It's 3-0. Listen to these fans.
This place is absolutely buzzing right now. You can feel the energy all the way up here in our broadcast booth. When you're working with this kind of velocity, it's so critical that you move the ball around, work quickly, and make sure that you keep that hitter off balance. Clearly not fooled by the location or the velocity. He was all over that fastball.
And now here is Christopher Morel. Can't get there, and now maybe extra bases. Around second now, going for 3. And this is going to be a 2-out triple.
Wastes no time there. A lot of times in today's game, right fielders are able to get to a ball that stays in like that, but he hit that one pretty well. And if he hits it just a little bit different on the barrel, it's out of here easily. But there's nothing wrong with the extra bases right there.
Dansby Swanson stands in. Line drive, Adam in center field. But the biggest swing of the inning comes right here, a 3-run homer. It's now 3-0. Back after this on the show. And welcome back to the ballpark. Nick Castellanos at the plate now.
Nick
They're off to a great start, 3-run lead after their first inning, but so important to be airtight defensively. Don't give away extra outs and allow that other club to get back in this ballgame.
Killian back to work. Right through there for a strike. Killian, a 6'4" righty, 27 years old, and he was drafted in the 8th round back in 2019. Next offering in there for a strike. And the count is 0-2. Ed Drummond, our umpire behind the plate in this one.
Yeah, Boogie's a really fair umpire, both the pitchers and the hitters. So standard strike zone, he's consistent with it. And the great thing is you don't see players question the calls too much. So that's a good thing in this day and age.
The punch out there looks like he's picked up right where he left off. And now it's Alec Bohm. What about an umpire's height? How much of a role does that play in your experience and what the strike zone is like?
Yeah, I think it pushes the strike zone up a little bit, which, you know, as a former hitter, you like that. You wanted the ball up. You didn't want to have to deal with stuff down in the zone consistently.
And he deals. And there's a foul ball. As the game has moved along, we see more and more information information supplied by teams about the umpires. I've been in clubhouses where they have pictures of all four guys, nicknames, hometowns, and as well hobbies listed, just so you can kind of small talk the umpire a little bit.
That's great.
He goes down looking. JT Realmuto steps in. Just missed. Lifted in the air, right center field. Suzuki on the move. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. And that is that. Back here at the friendly confines. Bottom half of inning number 2. So up now for Chicago, Michael Busch. The right-hander back to work. Foul ball there. Singy wasn't very sharp in the first. Got hit around a little bit. Just wasn't able to locate particularly well. A lot of stuff in the fat part of the plate.
Yeah, Boog, he wasn't fooling anyone. It's a tough place to be because it's not always obvious.
Oh, now this one's high and deep. Way back there. On its way. Gone. So he's last one out the other way. His first homer of the year, and they add to their lead. It's 4-0.
Swing of the bat to go over the wall to the opposite field gap. And there are a lot of guys that just don't have the pop to do that, and probably just as many who don't have the approach either. He let that ball travel, and he got great extension on the follow-through to drive it out of here.
So digging in, Kyle Higashioka. And that one fouled off.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
Righty to the plate. That's to third. Gets to it with a slide. Fires to first. Nicely done for the out.
Well, Boog, as an infielder, you have to be ready for anything. In that spot, it required going to the ground, getting a little dirty, and making a strong throw for the out. Great play.
Here's Nico Hoerner. 0 for 1. He grounded out in his first at bat. And a foul ball, third base side. And that one hammered. Marsh moving back. It's their second home run of the inning, and they tack one on the board. It's 5-zip. That's their third home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. Just an excellent swing all the way around, and it had that sound coming off the bat that gets everyone's attention. Got a pitch to drive, short to the baseball, squared it up, and the backspin carried it out of here.
Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
Well, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Wasn't able to elevate that one, but he sure hit it hard enough to get through the infield. There's not a whole lot of time for the defenders to react and try to make a play when it's ripped like that.
In the air, left side. Marsh moves under it. Squeezes it. And there's 2 away.
Now the designated hitter, Patrick Wisdom.
Stepping in the long ball threat, Patrick Wisdom. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far. Liner, base hit. Throw stops the lead runner at second. 2 on and 2 out.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. You often hear the phrase short to long through it. And that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with a well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive into center field.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Aaron Nola's day comes to an end, and as he heads off, we'll step aside for a minute. Back after this break. The new pitcher in the game, Taijuan Walker.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleed and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.